Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. In this video, like in the Bitcoin video, I would like to talk about the short-term bullish and short-term bearish scenario. They are both, however, embedded in an overall bullish scenario. The idea is that a larger wave 2 correction finished here on the 15th of June. Price is now in a third wave rally, and in this third wave rally, there is, of course, a short-term bullish scenario where we could get one more high before getting a deeper retracement, or we're retracing already a little bit deeper and will go higher then. These two scenarios, they are bullish, and the overall bullish case is valid as long as we are in the bullish range. The bullish range starts at the Friday high, which was at 1936, 1938. And goes all the way down to 1694. So this is the lower support level of the current bullish range. Below 1694, we will turn a little bit more bearish. However, it would likely still be overall bullish, but it would allow for a deeper pullback into the 1530 region. But the thing is, below 1694, we have to have the assumption, have to change the assumption, and cannot really assume anymore that a larger wave 2 ended on the 15th of June. But in fact, we would then have to assume that this yellow wave 2, which we currently count as complete on the 15th of June, this is still ongoing. Okay, and all of this is just a corrective move to the upside in a larger wave 2 correction. But yeah, let's not focus on that, because at the moment we are in the bullish case, and as long as the conditions are fulfilled, the focus can be on higher. So in a more imminent bullish scenario, in the short-term bullish scenario, the assumption is that price rallied in a wave 1 to the 17th of June high, pulled back in a wave 2, rallied in a third wave, and is now coming back in a wave 4. Now, that makes sense, because in this wave 4, this would be a flat pattern. We had an A wave down, which bottomed on the 22nd of June, an overshooting B wave, slightly overshooting, which topped on the 23rd of June, and we're now coming down in a C wave. So ABC in a flat pattern, that's classed as a sideways correction, and the wave 2 was a so-called sharp correction, not necessarily in terms of how much it retraced, but in terms of its shape. The wave 2 is a zigzag, which is called a sharp correction. The wave 4 is, in this case, classed as a sideways correction, which is a flat correction. It's just a corrective type. It's called a flat structure. And you often get that in waves. The alternation guideline, which means wave 2 is often a sharp correction. Wave 4 is often a sideways correction. Why is it sideways? Because it overall has a sideways appearance, because the wave 4 can overshoot. The B wave can overshoot, and the C wave sometimes ends very close to the A wave low. In this case, it may come a bit deeper, but still, formally, a flat correction is called a sideways correction. So yeah, and as long as we're holding 1818, another high is preferred into the low $2,000 region in a wave 5 of 1, and afterwards we can look at a deeper pullback in a wave 2. In this flat correction, this is currently where the action is happening. We could be developing this fourth wave that I highlighted in yesterday's last video, where I said, okay, one more wave 4 seems to be needed, and then one more wave 5 down to complete it. This would be ideal. Bear in mind, we have a trend line here that price already reacted to 4 times. So one more low might lead to a reaction on the trend line, or maybe a brief break of the trend line. 1818 is support, and 1845. So one more low is currently expected in this C wave of a wave 4 before price recovers. Bear in mind, and it's a bit of a word of caution here, on the nano level, on the micro level, sometimes you don't get that last low, and patterns can look incomplete, because in crypto you get a lot of distortions, which is why micro counting often isn't recommended. We still do it to educate and to get a good understanding of the lower degree wave counts, but we also know that sometimes we don't get that last low. So if it forms, instead of an ABC, a WXY correction, we can call it already complete, but In a WXY, it would now need to prove itself, needs to break above the last swing high at 1909, form a higher high and a higher low above that level. Then we basically know that a low is already in, okay? And I will let you know. This is the short-term bullish scenario, and from here somewhere it should make one more high. That is currently preferred as long as we're holding 1818. Below 1818, the short-term bearish but still overall bullish scenario becomes primary expectation. We would then also break below the trend line here. And in that scenario, I would have to assume that this wave 1 already ended at the Friday high, and we're now coming down in a deeper wave 2 pullback. Again, support region here is between 1694 and 1782. Key is that below 1694, the bullish scenario will get most likely invalidated, and we have to look for a much deeper pullback. But for now, we can look at the bullish case. In this scenario, price is currently coming down, probably in a leading diagonal in a wave A, so that we had a 1, 2, this could be a 3, 4, 5, could be an A wave. We could then get a B wave top and a C wave down into support. I showed that in a similar wave count on the Bitcoin chart. It's very similar. And then we would be looking for a reaction here between 1782, 1746 or 1694. The thing is, we can only really calculate a real target then as soon as we have an A wave complete, a B wave, and then we can calculate the target for the C wave. The pullback area currently is just a standard retracement zone, so it might not even come down that much. That depends on the A wave length, the B wave high, and then we can calculate the C wave. So yeah, it's ultimately important to understand that we are in an overall bullish scenario. As long as 1694 is holding, there is very short-term bullish support for the immediate bullish scenario with one more high at 1818. That's currently preferred, but the alternative count would suggest a deeper pullback. But overall, the bullish range is between the Friday high and the 1694 low. Yeah, that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership and also make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. There's additional content there every day, some signals as well, and you can find the links in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.